Okay. Well, we're excited to get back on the field this week. It seems like it's been a long time since our last game. Our players, we've had a very productive week this past week, our bye week, trying to get better as a team. It was an important week. I think we made a lot of strides, and hopefully we can carry it over to this week and get ready to play a very good football team in Florida Atlantic at their place. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we want our players to understand, and we talk about all the time, the difference is so small now between winning and losing that you really got to do everything you can in your power to win. And when you don't win, it's got to tick you off. It's got to make you mad. It's got to want you to find ways to individually get better, and then as a unit and as a team get better. And I think that, this past week, we really tried to practice hard. We really tried to look at ourselves individually as coaches, what we were doing on both sides of the ball and special teams, and get better as a team first, and increase the competition in practice, which we did last week. And I think that was productive. So hopefully this week we'll have a good week of practice, concentrate more on Florida Atlantic, and get ready to play. I think Leon will be able to go. He did not practice this past week. He did not practice yesterday. We had practice yesterday. And what I'm being told now is he'll be able to go on Tuesday and practice, and we'll see how it goes from there. But we definitely have to get other guys ready at that position. But I think we'll have him back, but I'm not for sure. He has a little bit of a knee issue.
What about Ace Wales? What kind of encouraging signs did you see from his last outing, and kind of what's his role going forward?
Well, Ace did a very good job for us. He's the guy that gives us a different element. He's got speed. He's got some elusiveness. I think that he made some big runs for us that we probably hadn't had around here in a while, as far as taking it all the way to the end zone when he has some room, and not as productive in between the tackles always, but he's a guy that I think we have to spread the field with a little bit more. We got to get him in open space. We got to let him run the daylight, and I think if we do that, he'll be very productive. And he's at the same time he's working hard on his weaknesses, which is hitting it up in there hard when the hole's not there, which is short yardage runs where we need to get a yard. He's got to find a way to power it in there. So he has worked hard at that as well. And then we're getting some guys behind him ready to go too.
What are going to be keys for your team heading down the Boca?
Well, I think offensively we've got to be explosive. We got to make plays. We can't have any lapses. We've got to find ways to move the ball throwing and passing, but the key is trying to get as many big plays as we can, and whether that's throwing it deep or whether that's throwing it short and making a run for it, we've got to be able to mix that in there. Defensively, we just got to continue to improve. Obviously we've got to make strides there. I think stopping the run will be crucial. They have a quarterback who is a running quarterback, so it's going to make it even tougher to stop the run. We've got to find ways to stop the run on first and second down always. And then on third down, we've had a hard time getting off the field on third down, and that's been a nemesis for us. So we've studied that very hardly. I think we are going to put together a better package so that we're ready and prepared to be able to get off the field on third downs, especially third and longs. We've given up way too many third and longs, and hopefully we'll do a much better job there of preventing them on converting and getting the ball back for the offense. Without question, we've talked about a lot of things. One of them is we increased the competition this past week in practice. We opened it up for everybody. We had, somewhat in a controlled manner, but a long, non-scripted scrimmage where guys were asked to make plays and compete and find ways to win. We're going to do different things to make sure in the second half we're ready. We're going to have to make sure as coaches, even if things have gone well in the first half, which they have quite a bit, that we have some adjustments that we make, even when things are going well, to make sure that we're staying ahead of the defense and ahead of their adjustments. So I think, little things like that I think will add up, but we definitely have to play better in the second half.
Who do you think responded particularly well to that competition?
Well, I think, defensively, we wanted to see guys step up and make plays. I think we got guys that will compete and play hard. Are they young and green in certain spots? Yes, but I think guys that, we found a few guys that we think will give us an added mix on defense. We need to create a pass rush. Darrell Young's a guy that's a situational guy, but I think he can give us a pass rush on third down situations. I think Derek Overstreet at defensive end's a guy too that he's young and he's not real big, but he plays hard. He goes with great injury. Those are two guys that we found over the course of the last week that really stood out and competed and made plays for us. And some guys in the secondary performed better as well. So combination of a little bit here and there. Offensive line, I think we shuffled things around there too also. Some guys stepped up, so it was a good week.
And a sort of reunion for sorts for you that fixing another school you spent some time on. I know it's been a while since you were down at FAU, but what do you remember from the time on that?
Well, FAU is a great place. It's a great place to live. They've got a great campus. They built a brand new stadium. Obviously, Coach Snellenberger's done a great job of building that program up, and Coach Partridge has done a good job as well. He's known for being a recruiter. They've got good players. They definitely pound the state of Florida, get as many good players out there as they can, and they've got a good setup. And I think that they played a very good schedule. When you look at Alabama and Nebraska on the road to play those teams, and then they were able to find ways to get wins at home against Tulsa and UTSA, who's one of the better teams in the conference, which is a huge win, and they barely lost to Wyoming on the road. So I think that they're a very good football team, and they've won a game in the conference. We have not, so we've got to find a way to win this one.
What's your overall feelings about what this team can do now that you guys are 2-3? What do you perceive as what you guys are capable of the rest of the season?
Well, I think now all of our bye weeks are out, so we've got a 7-week stretch where we get to just go play football. And we've talked all the time about, all right, let's get better every week. Let's continue to improve. Let's identify the things we're not doing well. And obviously we've had some slip-ups the first three of the 5 games. I think we've competed. We've been in every one. We've had leads in our losses. So I do think our guys are playing hard. Now, what we need to do is get better on defense. We need to run the ball better on offense. We need to continue to execute and take care of the ball, which we've done a great job of. Hopefully that continues. It's something we work on all the time. And we've got to find a way to continue to make big plays in the passing game. And I think if we do that, our defense continues to improve and gets off the field on third down and stops the run. Those are the main things I think we need to do in order to get better. But I want our guys to never doubt themselves, keep playing hard, keep having fun playing the game, keep wanting to win, finding ways to win, and realize that that's just how it's going to be every week, and don't get frustrated if things don't go your way. Come back the next week and get ready to fight, and I think our guys will.
You mentioned your team has struggled getting off the field on third down, and FAU is a team that hasn't really done well converting on that third down. Do you think that's what set the defense up for maybe a statement game?
Well, we've worked hard at it, and I think this quarterback is more of a runner, so maybe that's why they haven't converted a lot of third and longs, because he is more of a runner. But you have to count for him. So, I think we'll be ready to play. Do we have strides to make, and do we need to prove it on the field? Yeah, we sure do. But I think that we've worked hard at it. I think we understand what we need to get better at, and now it's just a matter of doing it and seeing if we have the manpower to do it. But I think that our guys will respond and play well, but it'll definitely be a challenge because we haven't shown to do that on a consistent basis.
Any part of this 2-3 start surprise you? Any particular aspect, whether or not someone's play or just a general part of the team that has surprised you?
Well, I've actually seen a lot of good things. I like the way that Brandon has played. I like the way that our receivers have stepped up for the most part. We've had a few drops here and there that we need to get better at, but I think they responded. Our tight ends have played well. They're a little banged up right now. Our offensive line, we've had to shuffle a lot, and we're going to continue to shuffle it, but I think that they play hard. Finding ways to convert short yard situations to score on goal line situations. We need to have a plan and a different way of doing things when that happens if we're not able to match it up in there. So I think that, I like what I've seen so far. I'd like to continue to get better. And defensively, like I said at the beginning, I think we have a lot of guys. Are they young? Have they played a whole lot? No, they haven't. But I think as the season goes on, you'd like to see them get better. You'd like to see them improve. You'd like to see every week them do a better job of containing the offense, of getting off the field on third down, and getting ways to get turnovers, of stopping the run. And I think those are the main things that we need to do. But I think that our defense will find a way to do it, and obviously going to be a challenge because we're not leading the league and everything right now on that. But hopefully we continue to get better.
Any questions on the teleconference call?
Thank you, everybody.
All right.